Okay, it is time for our weekly Q&A. Thank you for letting me postpone it for a few hours. Even though it's a holiday, we have activities at the school today. So I got thrown off schedule. So I hope everyone's having a great week. For those of you who do not live local to me, we had a lot of tornadoes. I want to say there were 5 tornadoes in Georgia last week, and several of the people here in our group actually were affected by the tornadoes. We lost power, water, and cell service for only about 12 hours, but some people are still out. And so that's been 4 days now. It was really hard. It's really hard without water. So one of the questions that came up was how do you manage food? How do you find quick and easy ways to put meals together when you're in this situation? So I started thinking about it, and it's a lot like traveling. I like to take foods with me when I travel because I like to eat a particular way, and it's hard to find restaurants and things that serve food the way that I like to eat, at least around in our area. And so I was thinking about that. I know the hardest thing is keeping everything cold that you already have in your refrigerator. For us, we didn't open the refrigerator or freezer unless we absolutely had to. And luckily our power was back on in 12 hours. For those of you, the first thing you want to do is eat those things that have to stay cold, right? Hopefully you have a way to heat them up. Maybe a grill outside with no power, or eating things that you can eat just raw. Not everyone is used to eating raw foods. I do eat raw foods, so that does make it a little bit easier for me. So I was trying to think about that. And it also depends on water. So we did not have any water. Luckily, we always have cases of water here on hand. I don't like to drink water out of disposable plastic bottles, but we do always have cases of those just in case we do lose power, because where we live, we are on wells. Most people around here are on a well. And so when you lose power, you lose your water. So like we had a water bottle in every bathroom so you could wash your hands. We had water bottle by every sink. And so then that does help to wash anything if you need to wash fruits and vegetables and things like that, as well as your hands, and brush your teeth and flush toilets and stuff like that. So if you do have water available, then that does make it a little bit easier to cook things, especially if you have things like dried rice and dried beans. You can go through your case of water pretty fast that way, though. Fruits and vegetables that don't have to be refrigerated, those are great to have on hand and easy to prepare. I was thinking of things like greens. Most of your cruciferous vegetables, they don't have to go in the refrigerator. Tomatoes and cucumbers, eggplant, avocado, and most of your fruits. So those are easy if you don't have a way to refrigerate. And breads, tortillas, and crackers. I don't always recommend we eat foods like those because they do spike blood sugar. So anyone who has high triglycerides, a high A1C, you have to be very careful eating foods like that. There are ways to balance it out, but it's much better not to eat those foods. In this kind of situation, you may need to eat those kinds of foods so that you at least can get some kind of food into your system. And so cans of beans, always the easiest. We always have cans of beans, cans of tomatoes, and rice and quinoa and stuff like that on hand. And so those are things that we can usually cook. Our go-to is usually chili. We can cook chili. We have a stove outside, and so we just fire. It's wood burning, so we just light it up, and we can actually boil water and cook chili and make nachos or tacos or tortilla burrito kind of things out there. You can use, if you're worried about not getting enough protein or vegetables, protein powders and green powders, and we do keep those on hand as well. Quick and easy foods, though, are overnight oats. That's something that I make all the time, are my overnight oats. And I don't necessarily cook them overnight. I just, in the morning I'll get up, oats with some protein powder and stir in some water, even if you don't have any milk, add some nut butter, almond butter or sun butter. That's a good way to get some flavor for that. Black bean salad. If you have, I don't like canned corn, but some people do have canned corn, but if you you can mix together some beans and some vegetables. That's a one quick and easy way to do it. Avocado toast, avocado in a tortilla. You can get grain-free tortillas for those of you who do not eat gluten. Even if it's just a peanut butter and jelly. I like black beans and avocado in a tortilla or in a wrap. If you can collards, those are okay, not refrigerated for a few days. You could always spread peanut butter and jelly even on that. And so I don't encourage you to eat peanut butter either. So I would have almond butter or some butter or an avocado. Avocados with just sprinkles of some seasoning and sesame seeds, like everything bagel, sesame seeds, avocado wrapped up. Sounds kind of lame, but it's actually pretty good. Nori snacks, seaweed snacks or nori rolls. Those are easy to just throw some vegetables in there and roll it up, and then you get all of your minerals for the day. You can cook quinoa if you have water. Quinoa, very high in protein. Stir in some greens or have it with some greens separately, or a salad with the quinoa. That's nice and easy with tomatoes that don't have to be refrigerated. Trying to think of what else I had. Granola, a trail mix or granola bars that make good breakfast or a snack or on top of your salads, things like that. And all of your root vegetables, they don't have to be refrigerated either. Carrots, beets. I keep all of them in the refrigerator, but they don't have to be. So those things as well. Potatoes, sweet potatoes. A sweet potato is an excellent way to get some nutrition, or even a winter squash. Those are going to be a little bit harder to cook. But if you have foil, you could always wrap them in foil and stick them in your fire, just like camping. I know that makes it kind of hard. Anyway, I hope that helps. I'm so sorry you're still dealing with this. I know I heard that some people are going to be getting power and cell service back on Wednesday. This is the first time we lost cell service in a long time. When we first moved here 10 years ago, we lost cell service for about a week. And but back then, even just 10 years ago, it was okay to be without a cell signal. But now it's like, what? We're so used to being on available to everyone. So I was communicating with a family member that's 2 miles on one side of me and 2 miles on the other side of me while we were all hunkered down in our bathrooms. And then all of a sudden we lost cell service, and then you don't know how they're doing. They don't know how you're doing. And that it's very nerve wracking. So I can only imagine for those of you who definitely had major damage at your house. That was scary. I'm so sorry. So let me see if I have any other questions. I wasn't consistent at sending out my reminders for today's Q&A with my hours being thrown off and not sure about what all was going on. I don't see any other questions. I haven't heard any more about the rainbow challenge, but I hope all of you are still eating lots of different colors. I still would love to see your pictures, so you can post those in the Facebook group. We have the reset and create a healthier you starting up on Wednesday. That is our kickoff call. They all officially start next Monday on the 23rd. So if you know anyone else who is interested in doing the reset or create a healthier you, please have them reach out to me. It is not too late to join. Wednesday's kickoff call will be fabulous, and we will go over all the protocol, the different herbs for create a healthier you, the different stages for create a healthier you. If this is new to you, it is a deep cleanse and detox. We eat whole foods, plant-based, and then we learn all about nutrition. We end up eating vegan. I'll use that word loosely for a couple of weeks. We even eat raw vegan for those of you who want to go further, and even a juice cleanse and gallbladder flush in there. And so that can be, it's completely optional, and it just depends on where you are. So with Create a Healthier you repeat twice a year. So we do it in the winter, we do it again in the summer, and every time you go through it, you get a deeper detox. You only have to join Create once, and you are in it for as often as I run the program. And so people who joined last July, they were automatically enrolled for January. They're automatically enrolled for next July and next January as well. It just continues on and on. And so it's not something you have to keep paying for again and again. So once you're in, that's a great investment. And the price goes up every time we go around. So now would be a good time to join. Anyway, I love Create a Healthier You. I love the reset too. And those of you who've been through it, most of you have gone through it at least once, fabulous results in just 3 to 4 days. And so I can't wait to see how that goes. I hope all of you have a great week. Those of you who are still affected by the storm, let me know how things are going. Let me know if this was helpful for you and if you need some more tips to help get you through. And we will meet again next Monday at noon. I should be back on schedule, so give me something to talk about. Have a great week.